Hi guys, it's Ray. This is a reading vlog. Um, I am way behind on these things. I am like way behind on everything in life. We went on vacation and vacation was fantastic, but it kind of threw off like everything else in life. This vlog, I brought this, which was going to be my June book of the month read, even though this was from the May batch. I hadn't started the vlog yet at that point. So I had big plans for vacation. I brought this with me. I was going to finish this one up. I hurried up and opened up the June one, which had just shown up before we left, and I brought that with me, and I was going to have them both finished and be able to record my reviews on them and be ready to go. And I just finished this one yesterday, so I am quite a bit behind on everything in life. I haven't done an author spotlight yet. I did decide who I was doing and started jotting some things down, but not enough to do a full vlog yet. And my other vlog I've been slacking on as well. I have completed a few things over there, but I've also wasted a lot of time recording for things that I messed up, or in one case I recorded 2 sections for a video to complete a cup, which I'd never actually started. So I thought it was part of another video, and that was an entire waste. So yeah, July's been great so far. So I am hoping to now get back on track and be doing what I'm supposed to be doing, hopefully. So anyways, let's get on with it. I'm gonna cover this book. It is a May book of the month pick. This was the thriller pick for the month. I didn't really find it all that thrilling. I think it was an odd selection for the thriller category, potentially. I don't really know what I would classify it as, but not necessarily a thriller. But this is The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. It was a good book, but like I said, not a thriller. I'm just going to go ahead and read the blurb on the inside of the jacket because I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't have the best grasp on how to describe this one. So I'm going to read this and then tell you my experience with this book. So, again, The Last Thing He Told Me, a novel. It just says a novel. Because these are like specially packaged as book of the month, they don't have, like you would typically see, there's no quick reviews from any other sources. Anyways, so inside it says, before Owen Michaels disappears, he manages to smuggle a note to his beloved wife of 1 year. Protect her. Despite her confusion and fear, Hannah Hall knows exactly to whom the note refers. Owen's 16-year-old daughter, Bailey. Bailey, who lost her mother tragically as a child. Bailey, who wants absolutely nothing to do with her new stepmother. As Hannah's increasingly desperate calls to Owen go unanswered, as the FBI arrests Owen's boss, as a U.S. Marshal and federal agents arrive at her Sausalito home unannounced, Hannah quickly realizes her husband isn't who he said he was, and that Bailey may just hold the key to figuring out Owen's true identity and why he really disappeared. Hannah and Bailey set out to discover the truth, but as they start putting together the pieces of Owen's past, they soon realize that they are also building a new future, one neither of them could have anticipated. With its breakneck pacing, dizzying plot twists, and evocative family drama, The Last Thing He Told Me is a riveting mystery, certain to shock you with its final heartbreaking turn. Okay, so I didn't really find there to be a shocking, heartbreaking turn. I mean, it did twist and turn, but it did kind of wrap up in a neat, tidy little package. But breakneck pacing and dizzying plot twists, I'm going to be honest with you, this was 306 pages or some such. Yep, 306 numbered pages here. I read the last 100 pages in the last day. That was where it really, really picked up the pace and got very interesting in my mind. The beginning was a lot of backstory and flashback in the backstory and maybe somewhat of an unnecessary character development. It wasn't terrible, but to me, a lot of it was, for a one-off book, I don't think I needed to know as much as I got from the backstory, if that makes sense. When you're reading a series, you want to get to know your characters and you want to know a lot about them throughout. On a one-off, I kind of just want to get to the meat of the story, and in a thriller, I expect to get right into that, and I didn't get that with this. I would read, and there'd be like 20 pages that would really grab me, and then it'd be like another 20 pages of, I wish I could speed read or just skim through and know when it was going to be really thick and juicy again. So I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I'm hoping that my picks get maybe a little better from here. It was a good read, but I don't think I've ever read anything by her before. I don't think I know anything about her, and I am not necessarily sure that this would make me run out and find more from her. And I do, like I said, I kind of feel like Book of the Month missed the mark on making this the thriller. I mean, in this little blurb where it says evocative family drama, the relationship between Bailey and Hannah, a teenager, a 16-year-old, and a brand new stepmother, it's not really evocative. It's somewhat expected and standard to me. So, I don't know. I didn't love it, didn't hate it, but I wouldn't recommend going and spending your money on it. Perhaps from the library, or if it was less expensive on Kindle at some point. But list price on this is $27. Book of the Month, if you're subscribed to that, you know you don't pay that price on it. But I certainly would not spend $27 on this to read it again. I think I would give it overall, for me, 3.5 stars. I did stick with it. It just took me a very long time to get into it, and I would have much preferred something that drew me in right from the beginning. It felt like it was going to after the first couple of chapters, and then it kind of leveled off and then picked up the pace. And like I said, that last 100 pages I flew through. I was sucked right into what Bailey and Hannah were doing and where they were going and what they were figuring out and what their future was going to hold, and you know, where was Owen, and they did wrap it all up nice and neat and tidy. I may have liked a little bit more of an after story, but at least you do have answers by the time you get to the end. So again, I would say 3.5 to 4 stars. To me, this is something that I would have rather read free from the library or on Kindle Unlimited. This is not what I expect to be personally getting when I am paying for a hardcover book. So, not terribly disappointed overall, but not super psyched about this one. I don't remember what I picked for my June book. I think I almost went with something that was more young adult because the thriller didn't look interesting to me whatsoever. And for July, I picked something that's supposed to be a thriller, but seems like it could be maybe kind of corny. So I'm hoping to get time to get to those. I'm currently reading my July Dollar Tree pick, which I didn't realize when I picked it isn't set in the US, which is fine because I read a lot of stuff that is not set in the US. In fact, my July book of the month book is, I believe, maybe Ireland. I could be wrong. Wales. I'm not sure. So I guess I'm doing a lot of July reading that's not US based. I didn't end up reading all that much in June, I don't think. I think I was slightly down because vacation and whatnot. I just didn't get my normal reading time in. And July, I think I'm slightly down already, simply because it's been busy trying to catch up after vacation, and we've gone to camp for a weekend, and usually this is the time of year where I get a little bit less reading time anyways, but it's just been like extra down. So I'm hoping to get those other 3 books done soon here. I'm getting better about switching back and forth between reading an actual book simultaneously with a Kindle book. That's something I didn't used to be able to do. I could not read 2 books at the same time. So I'm getting better about that. I am currently into one of my very, very favorite Kindle series, though, because a new one just came out in the series. So I'm like kind of more leaning towards, I want to see what happens there, because it's one of those series that's multiple series that kind of weave around each other. So I am going to try and get a book read, but the weather's also been terrible, so I tend to read an actual book when I'm outside, and because it's been so much rain, I've been inside, so that's when I tend to read more the Kindle on my phone. So at any rate, I'm gonna get this up quick. I know it's not a great video. One of these days I'm gonna get, someplace nice to record and actually start planning and not just flying by the seat of my pants. Recording at, I think it's 4:30 in the morning right now. So, but hopefully I will get this whole vlog back on track and actually start making something of it, because that is kind of the goal. So, that is it. I dropped my book. But this was my very belated May, should have been June, book of the month review. I should have actually had 2 of these in June to be caught up for the vlog, but so this is not going to be a Wednesday release. It is now Friday. But hopefully I can get my author spotlight up next Wednesday, and then get cycled back on tracks for a Booktube vlog on Wednesdays and squeeze the extra book of the month in somewhere when I get to it. So, thanks for sticking with me as I try this, and hopefully things will smooth out, and I appreciate you. Thank you.